Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here for today's video. I'm going to give you guys my draft grades or report cards, whatever you want to call them, for every single NBA team because, I've had, a day to marinate on it a little bit. And, yes, I think I can give out, Principal Crispy up in here some pretty damn good report cards. And some of you guys are going to be failing my class. My class is 0 credits. It means nothing in life. But you will fail it. So it'll be in your self-conscious at least, right? So before we get going on today's video, if you guys don't mind leaving a like on, remember guys, 1,000 likes is always the goal. You know what? 1,001 likes. New goal, man. New year, new you. Although it's July, but it's fine, man. And also subscribe if you are new to the channel, as we are getting closer to 300,000 subscribers every single day. So yes, if you guys want to go in the comment section below and you want to give me your favorite team's draft grade, let me know that. I read all the comments, so very curious about that. I am using this Yahoo article just kind of as like my template, so I can look at teams, see what they gave them, and be like, okay, well, this is what I think. So yeah, I'm not saying that Ben Rohrbeck is the all said be set, and that's not the damn saying. I don't know, man. Okay, let's just sorry. Whew. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a bit of a sugar rush right now because my girlfriend's boss gave her 12 of these big ass cookies. Big ass cookies, man, and that was breakfast today. And I usually either don't eat breakfast or I eat something relatively healthy. So I'm just like, ooh, baby. Here we go. Okay, so we got the Houston Rockets. So Houston Rockets drafted Jalen Green, Alperen Sengun, Usman Garuba, and Josh Christopher. And to be 112% honest, man, this is an A++ right here, guys. Straight up, the Houston Rockets had a fantastic draft. I'm looking at all these guys right here, and I see them either as, well, obviously Jalen Green, superstar. I think Sengun can be, just a good serviceable center in the NBA. Garuba, I think, fits in perfectly. He does have some things about his game he needs to polish, but, 6'8", extremely athletic player that could potentially shoot and be a good defender. And then Josh Christopher, I mean, last year, going into, college, he was like a top sought out recruit, right, man? So yes, absolutely fantastic draft for the Houston Rockets, A++. They give him an A+. For the Orlando Magic, we got Jalen Suggs and we got Franz Wagner right here. Obviously, they had 2 great picks, having the 5th spot and the 8th spot. I was so surprised that the Raptors passed on Jalen Suggs, but I've also come to terms with the two about why it makes sense. But for the Magic, that was a steal. Getting one of those top 4 guys, Suggs being one of them, is great. Franz Wagner, just a good versatile player, so A+ for them. I agree with that, man. I feel like they had a really good draft, and especially in Jalen Suggs, they got somebody that they probably were not thinking was going to be there at that point. Next up, we have my Detroit Pistons. So, I am so hyped. This is the hypest I have been for a draft, maybe in forever as a Pistons fan. I am so excited about every single one of these guys on this team. Cade Cunningham is just saying and doing all the right things, although I am going to nickname him Cade Cunningham because this man in the past 24 hours has legitimately done 24 sponsorships, man. You go on his Instagram, he's just blow. Hey man, Cade Cunningham, man, you gotta get that money and everything, right? That rookie contract ain't gonna be enough. Then Isaiah Livers, he just sounds phenomenal. His personality, just listening to him speak in the whole rookie, or I guess when they were doing the press conference for the rookies. Just saying all the right things, man. This dude is perfect. I loved him in Michigan and everything. Luca Garza, college basketball player of the year. I know people want to roast him for his defense, but we got him with the 52nd pick in the draft. So, if he's a bust, you can't even really say a bust. If he doesn't pan out, that's fine. We got him at the near the end of the draft, right? But I'm actually excited for him. I know I was talking to some Iowa fans, and they said the big reason is because he was just kind of out of shape, but I guess he's lost 30 pounds. And regardless, if damn Juancho Hernan-Gomez can, play power forward to the NBA, I'm pretty sure Garza can, do some things out there. So I'm pretty excited for him. And then, Balsa Koprivica right here. I watched a little bit of his highlights. Nothing too overwhelming about him. He's from Serbia. Serbia has had a lot of great basketball players over the years. I believe that is where Jokic is from. Not saying he's going to be Jokic, but hey, you never know with the second round, right? But also what I like about this kid, though, he plays just like Mason Plumlee. So we traded away Plumlee, care of $16 million in cap or whatever. This kid plays just like him. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. For me, it was an A-plus draft. I'm very excited about this Pistons, just these new guys coming on here. So, obviously, I'm not going to go into this much depth for every single team because I don't know that much about everybody's rookies. But, yeah, obviously, I had to do a little extra teaser right there for the Pistons. Next up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers getting Evan Mobley. Yeah, I would say an A is good. Evan Mobley, I would say, is definitely the best big guy, no doubt, in this draft class. It was just pretty standard. Like, we knew where they were going to get Evan Mobley. And they didn't really have any other picks or nothing like that. But Mobley is going to fit with this team and do some really nice things. So I think an A is appropriate. I'm cool with that. Next up, we got the Brooklyn Nets with Cameron Thomas. I don't know much about him. I'm going to guess he's like a highly offensive type of guard. It says right here, lottery talent who averaged 23 points per game. Duron Sharp, traditional type of center. Some other dudes I don't really know about. But for the Brooklyn Nets, a team that has Kyrie, KD, and James Harden, I'm going to say this was like, I know I'm throwing them out like crazy. Teams have done so well in this draft so far, man. A. It's a damn A. Like, they got some really good talent, and they filled out some spots they really needed to with some of these rookies. So I'm going to say an A for the Brooklyn Nets, and they gave an A-. Okay, I mean, I suppose that's fine. Atlanta Hawks, Jalen Johnson, and Sharife Cooper. Okay, so yesterday I would have gave this like in the A range. I'm going to say probably closer to a B+, and the reason I say that is because it does sound like that John Collins is going to be coming back to the team. I do think Jalen Johnson is more of a power forward, and he's very similar, I think, as far as the ceiling to like a John Collins, so I don't really know how having Collins signed up to like a 4 or 5 year deal is going to affect Jalen's development. Obviously, he can still be a really good backup, but yeah, and then Sharife Cooper was a damn steal at 48. Sharife Cooper, I was looking at him, I was like, damn, like this dude could be like a starting point guard, right? So, yeah, Sharife Cooper, 6'1", 180 pounds. Maybe he'll be like a Dennis Schroeder type, I guess. But really good draft for the Hawks. I'm going to say B+. I'm going to say if they thought that if they knew John Collins was coming back, maybe they would have went in a different direction with the 20th pick. That's nothing against Jalen Johnson, though. Next up, yeah, they got, let's say A-. Okay, for the Philadelphia 76ers, we got Jaden Springer, who I really like. Filip Petrusev from Serbia, and Charles Bassey. So they are definitely going out there and stocking up on some centers. Obviously, that's because, Joel Embiid is going to be the starter. Felipe's not going to take over Joel Embiid's spot. But Dwight Howard, obviously, older. He might not even come back to the team. So, yeah, I get some height up in there. Nothing too crazy. I really do like Jaden Springer, though. But they got Tyrese Maxey on the team. Maybe he's just more of a shooting guard, and they can kind of run it with that. I'm going to say like a B. It was a really good draft. I don't think it was anything where it's like, oh, my God, they got this guy. But Jaden Springer, very nice player. I'm going to say a B. And they said a B+. Okay, that's completely fair. Cool. Okay. Charlotte Hornets. James Bouknight, Kai Jones, JT Thor, and Scotty Lewis. Scotty Lewis sounds familiar. Like, he seems like a guy that was maybe a really good college player, but for some reason fell really far for whatever flaw it is that he has. Bouknight, fantastic. Like their guard of the future alongside LaMelo. Love that they got some big guys up in there. I don't know why it says power forward. Like, these are both going to be centers in the NBA. But, yeah, so Bouknight at 11, not bad at all. I'm going to say A-. Seems like A-, maybe a B+. And they said B+. Yep, fine with that. For the Washington Wizards, we got Corey Kispert and Isaiah Todd. So obviously they just got rid of Russell Westbrook. Bradley Beal sounds like he still wants to stay on the team. The Wizards were not a great three-point shooting team. I think just losing Russell Westbrook's going to help that out quite a bit. Corey Kispert obviously helps in that direction. I guess I was talking to some Gonzaga fans, and they were saying that like Corey Kispert's not like the worst defender in the world. So that's something. I'm just saying, though, by having, Kyle Kuzma now with Rui Hachimura, Denny Avila, like how do you fit that many forwards into the rotation? Not really sure. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I think it was a B-. Corey Kispert will help them, but he's not like this like next level dude that's going to like get them to be like an elite level. I'm going to say a B-. And they said B+. Okay, yeah, that's completely fine. Isaiah Todd, I know he was pretty solid, so maybe I'll move up to a B. For the Clippers, we got Keon Johnson, really good athletic player, Jason Preston, and Brandon Boston Jr., who I really like. I feel like Brandon Boston might be a steal. I don't know, I just like this kid scoring and stuff like that, but seems days might be limited for my guy Luke Kennard, man. So, why does it say Preston is a former Pistons blogger? Huh? Bro, that's a damn A+. Wow, okay, you can play in Detroit, man. Jason Preston. Okay, no, I'm going to say Keon Johnson at 21, like, he definitely slipped, probably for some sort of reason. I'm going to say, like, a B+. That's pretty damn good. You got some nice guards out there on the team. So, B+, they said B+. All right. We got New Orleans Pelicans, Trey Murphy, 6'8" shooting guard, guys. So we got 6'8" Trey Murphy out there. We got damn tall ass 6'10" Brandon Ingram. We got Zion Williamson. They're going to have some height on that team. They got Herb Jones. I've been hearing good things about Trey Murphy, so let's go ahead and give him a B. 3 and D player. B+, that's cool. I'm cool with that. All right, Oklahoma City Thunder with 4 of their bajillion draft picks. Josh Giddey, Trey Mann, heard good things about him at 18. Might be a bit of a reach. I've seen a lot of drafts have him going like late first round. Jeremiah Robinson Earl and Aaron Wiggins, who I believe is related to Andrew Wiggins. I could be wrong about that. Not going to lie, man. I think we can all agree that Josh Giddey was a bit of a reach at 6, and that doesn't make him a bad player. Like, I see the potential with him, but nobody really had him going that high, right? I could see it working out very nicely with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Josh Giddey will have time to really develop because it's such a low-pressure situation on the Thunder. You know, it's not bad. I'm going to say it probably a B, assuming it works out. Let's go with that. And they gave him a B. Okay. San Antonio Spurs, we got Josh Primo and Joe Wickscamp. I was hearing from Spurs fans they are not hyped up about this pick whatsoever. They gave him a B, it looks like, right there. Can scroll down a little bit more. I did not like the Josh Primo pick. And I mean, I don't know nothing about him. So, you know, maybe that's just on me. But I also know this team has a ton of guards already. So we'll see what happens there. I'm going to say a C. I was very underwhelmed by the Spurs draft, especially a team that is notorious for being fantastic in the draft. Sacramento Kings, we got Davion Mitchell and Nehemias Quadrant from Utah State. Nice center, so good for him on that. Davion Mitchell, I was a little surprised about the pick them already having Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox, obviously. 22-year-old player, too, so kind of more of an older head rookie that I was kind of hoping would have went to more of a contender. I see him probably as a backup at this point. There's not really going to be a lot of opportunities for him to be a starter on the Sacramento Kings. But still, like, that's still okay. I'm going to say a B-. Like, Davion Mitchell's still a good player and still good to have a nice backup point guard. So I'm going to say a B-. And they gave a B-. Okay. Denver Nuggets, we got Nashawn Bones Highland right here, 6'3" point guard. Heard good things about him. You know, with Jamal Murray's injury kind of looming up there, not really knowing, like, how good he's going to be when he comes back. Obviously, like, what's his name, Monte Morris is fine and everything. I would say it was a good idea at 26 to get a backup point guard, kind of like, you know, groom him into being like a backup or maybe a future starter. I'm going to say a B. B sounds good. B-, that's fine. Okay, Indiana Pacers, we got, of course, Duarte right there. Isaiah Jackson out of Kentucky. So a nice big guy. And then, of course, Chris Duarte. He is like a really old head rookie, man. He's like damn, I don't know why I was thinking Dr. Phil, bro. But I guess when I think old people, I think Dr. Phil now, bro. So yeah, you some old ass Dr. Phil up in there, Chris. Yeah. I felt like the Pacers, they went the complete opposite direction of what I thought they would do. I thought this team was going to end up getting Josh Giddey. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen anyway because he was already taken. I thought they were going to get some dude they could develop because, like, you look at the team, and overall, like, they seem to have a pretty solid rotation. No idea how Chris Duarte at the age of 23 really fits into this team going forward, but I know they'll figure it out. Didn't like the pick, man. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to give it like a C-. It just didn't really, yeah, they gave him a C+. I was not happy with this pick. I thought it was very underwhelming for what the Pacers kind of needed to do. But then again, Rick Carlisle, you know, knows what he's doing and stuff. Golden State Warriors, we got Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. This is 100% an A++, bro. Not a lot of people are talking about the Warriors draft. I think a lot of people are upset they didn't trade the picks or whatever for a superstar player, which obviously could still happen. But for one, Jonathan Kuminga, like, the thing about the Warriors right now, man, they got Curry, Clay, and they got Draymond. That window is going to be open for a little while longer. But especially Draymond, I feel like Draymond's game is going to start aging very poorly, and eventually, you know, he either retires or goes to a different team. Kuminga's going to be ready to step in. And you got, like, your starting power forward, 6'8", extremely athletic player for years. Moses Moody at 14. A lot of people had him going, like, top, like, 8. So, both steals for this Warriors team, and Kuminga, I think, will give him some nice minutes off the bench. Might take him a few seasons, though. Moses Moody will be able to help right away. I love this draft for the Golden State Warriors. I think they absolutely nailed it based off their circumstance. You look at James Wiseman, man, like you were not going to get anybody that was going to help, like, the veterans right away unless you were trading the picks. And, yeah, man, like, your future already being Moody, Kuminga, and James Wiseman, you are in such a fantastic place if you're a Warriors fan. Next up, we got they give him a CC. I do not agree with that whatsoever. Memphis Grizzlies, Ziaire Williams and Sante Aldama. Do not know much about Ziaire Williams. 6'8" shooting guard. You know, I think he could be one of those guys that maybe was like a bit of a reach, but it could be like a Patrick Williams situation where just like Memphis is like, hey, we see something in this kid. I don't really have enough to say about him, say if it was a bad pick or not. I'm going to say a B-. And they say a C-. Okay, like it's a bit of a reach. Toronto Raptors, Scotty Barnes, Delano Bonton, and David Johnson. So I know a lot of us laughed at the Scotty Barnes thing. I've been talking to some Florida State fans, talked to a few Raptor fans, kind of what they think is going to happen with Scotty Barnes. And if you actually do kind of think about it, it does make a lot of sense. The Raptors are comparing Scotty Barnes to Ben Simmons. And we all know they are actually interested in trading for Ben Simmons, but the 76ers asking price is so high. So if Scott, because I look at Scotty Barnes and I'm like small forward, power forward, but if he can actually make that transition to be primary ball handler at that point guard spot, have Fred VanVleet be the scorer at the 2, obviously got OG, Pascal, Chris Boucher at center, that could actually really work, man. It really actually could work. I was actually a little hesitant by the Jalen Suggs, Fred VanVleet backcourt because of the size and everything, but if Scotty Barnes can be like a Ben Simmons type, he does fit in instantly with the Raptors and without giving up the entire core to do it. So, now that I think about it, I like Jalen Suggs a lot, but Scotty Barnes for what the Raptors want to do makes sense. I'm going to say like an A-. It wasn't as bad as we all kind of thought it was initially. If Scotty Barnes can live up to it. Like this also has biggest risk potential of us looking back 6 years from now being like, what the hell were the Raptors thinking? So we'll kind of see, right? And they gave him a D. Yeah, I think that's more so just it says limitations with Pascal and OG. Yeah, man, I think that's just a lot of just misunderstanding of how Scotty Barnes is going to be utilized. And I thought the same thing initially. So I was happy I talked to some people about it. Next up, we have the New York Knicks, Quentin Grimes, Rokas, Miles McBride, and Jericho Sims. So a lot of different guards on this team. Quentin Grimes should be a solid scorer. Little underwhelmed by this just because like they already have like a young Emmanuel Quickly on the team. But I guess you can never have enough scorers on the team. You can always find a way for them to play and stuff. I forgot who they initially drafted, but I felt like who they actually drafted originally I liked better. And then they started making some trades, and I was kind of like, what are they doing? But I forgot who those guys were, so I guess it's really not that big a deal. Little underwhelming, like some good, like based off like where they picked at, like 25 being your top pick, you ain't got much to do with that, right? So based off that, I'm going to say like a C+. It was a little bit above average, but still some nice players. They said a D. Okay, I'm being pretty nice this video, obviously. Wait, was that it? Was that all the teams? Okay, was that all the teams that drafted in the NBA? I guess it might have been. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think this is absolutely complete, man, because I'm like, yo, what about, and the Lakers got some dudes, right? Okay, let me go find another one to make sure I covered everything. I don't want to just, like, skip teams, right? Okay, here we go. I did find an article with the rest of the teams on there, so I'm just going to skip around and kind of do the teams we missed. So we got the Celtics getting John Belgrin and Paris is his name Paris Basketball? Okay, they gave him a C-. I don't know anything about Paris Basketball, bro. That is a very cool name, though. Okay, you'll ignore that one. Charlotte Hornets, we already did them. Chicago Bulls got A.O. Donsuma at 38. I've heard good things about him, man. I do think it's probably going to be a few seasons before he really plays, especially because I've been hearing the Bulls are interested in getting Lonzo Ball and Derrick Rose. And obviously got Kobe White, who might be gone at that point. So A.O. could be like a good project and end up being just like a really good, contributor to an NBA team going forward. So B, I'm cool with that, man. He'll be good for that team. Dallas Mavericks got nobody. Denver, we did them. Pistons, Golden State Warriors. Maybe I did do all the teams. I just kind of, okay, Lakers got none. Okay, so I think it was just the, Celtics, unless I just absolutely skipped over them. Here we go. Milwaukee Bucks had a lot of, later picks. They gave it a C. I can't even pronounce any of these names, but last time I couldn't pronounce somebody's name on the Bucks. His name was Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he turned out to be an MVP and a champion. So, yeah, that's quite okay, man. That's quite okay. OKC Thunder, we did them. Orlando Magic, 76ers, Phoenix Suns had no picks. Okay, Portland Trailblazers, Greg Brown, love this pick. This is actually one of my biggest steals of the draft. I feel like Greg Brown is going to be a great NBA player. He just needs to work on efficiency and being consistent, but he's got the athletic frame to do so. I compared him personally to a new era of Amari Stoudemire. I think he could really be that, and that's some big shoes to fill, no doubt in my mind. Oh, Jared Butler to the Utah Jazz. I agree with that. Jared Butler just seems like a Utah Jazz player. Just smart, defensive player, not going to try doing too much. Is going to be elite in the backcourt with Jordan Clarkson off the bench. I love this pick at number 40 for the Utah Jazz. Just a winner too, man. He's just a winner, right? And, okay, I think we covered pretty much everybody now. So that should be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. I'll be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.